Okie dokie, let's go and jump some rank games with the engineer and see what we can do today. So we do have ourselves a little bit of stone badge action, which means we won't be able to see any of the engineer's items. So I don't think I really want to grab it just yet. Now that is a cog as well, which I kind of do want to grab. Definitely so. I'm going to take the prime pen as well, and I'm going to leave the stone badge behind, which is a bit of a feels bad, but it is what it is. Now next up, I kind of want to grab the garlic for now as well. The banana I'd love to take too, but I want to roll finding ourselves a wooden sword as well as a whetstone. I really want to craft it up too. But for now, we'll just take a wooden sword. We'll take the whetstone in the next rounds, and we are going to venture. I'm going to craft up a torch. But, did I say torch? A hero sword into a wrench. That's exactly what I want to go for, but I also want to craft up a generator too. But can we beat this ranger? They're going to have a lot of healing. They got tons and tons of regen. They got a banana as well, and we could be in trouble. That's for sure, because we are running out of stamina, because our battery does speed up our weapons, and unfortunately our opponent's back to full HP. Yeah, it looks like this first round is going to be toast for us. It is what it is, but we're going to get a generator. Now, speaking of something else, I really want to go for a shovel buy. 2. So we're going to take both of these. I'm also going to take you 2 and I'm going to roll once, and that is another battery, which I kind of want to grab too. Now, the real question is, wait, hold on. We can get this going really fast because it is cog. Hell yeah, because I want to craft up a shovel. No, we need this cog though. I'm going to go for the wrench. God damn it. Let's sell a stone. Let's take this battery for now too. Now, if we win this round, there's going to be something wrong with backpack battles because we should not win this round. Yeah, we're going to be trading up another life to get this going as fast as possible. But can we take on this other engineer rocking a spear? Especially going to begin a wooden buckler. This is the worst opponent we could have faced. They're taking every single bit of our stamina. Yeah, that's not ideal, but it is what it is. We're going to lose our first and second round. But I do have a build idea in mind, and it's going to come together soon enough. It's just taking a lot to get going. Now that is a speak with animals. And this skill is going to give us a chance to trigger our pets multiple times. It's also going to let us find different pets in the shop as well. But you know what? I'm thinking about grabbing today because I'm going to go for a shovel buy. And a shovel buy is a pet. And that's exactly what I'm going to take now as well. And that is a rat. And we can get infinite stamina back with this guy as well, as long as we get some regen. Now we'll be taking it too. And the thing is, we could also grab the flame badge. The flame badge will give us 6 heat from the rip. But if we do take it, we're probably going to have a good chance to lose out because we would lose our only source of defense, which is this garlic. So I don't think we can really afford to take it. I think we have to take this shiny shell if we want a chance of winning this round. And we still could take this in the next rounds, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. But with our speak animals, we should be able to increase the chance our pet is going to trigger multiple times, and that's going to be cracked once we get our shovel dog on. Our opponents has shielded, and our stamina is going to be non-existent once again. There's not much we can do about that. I'm glad we do have our little bit of rat though. They try and inflict some poison and some blind, but is it going to be enough? Because that's a lot of poison on us as well, and we actually lost our third round. Well, that's a bit dicey for us. However, we got a shovel dog, and we got a wrench as well. And so we're down on 2 lives already, which is not great by any means. I'm going to take this banana with some storage, and I really want to grab this flame badge too, and we managed to dig up a healing herb. Okay, maybe we could be back. Because this rat chef is going to be infinite stamina for us. Now I'm going to use a wrench on our shovel buy, because this shovel buy is going to have increased chance to duplicate buffs every time a wrench does hit, as well as triggering multiple times. So this doggo should be able to stack up infinite buffs for us. That's the keyword. It should be constantly charged with the generator as well. And this is looking a lot better. Definitely so. And we're going to get a rat chef right now. Now there's not too much I want from the flame badge at the moment, so I don't think I'm going to take or leave it in as I roll. Take some storage. We want to move this in up top. I kind of want to grab the customer card for now as well as I roll, and I'm going to grab more stamina items. I mean, we should have crazy amounts of stamina with our rat chef. Maybe we could also just take a big old banana for now as well. Just have infinite stamina for a tiny little wrench. Okay, maybe. Blood goobers? Well, we'll be taking that. The customer card has been great and all, but I'm thinking about selling it to grab ourselves this lump of coal. Do we just sell a flame for it? I'm going to sell the customer card. Let's take it. We're probably going to grab ourselves this hunger blade with the blood goobers. And let's venture on once again. That's going to be really darn awesome, and with our speaker animals, we should be able to trigger our doggo, our rat chef, extremely awesome. Giving us some regen, some power, I should say. What the hell am I talking about? And stamina, which should be fantastic. Now this is going to be going not so fast, but with our heat, we should be able to get it going. And our little wrench is dealing 7 to 11 damage, which is not bad. Definitely not going to be bad. We have 50 heat, which is kind of nuts. And so much luck that a Fancy Rapier in this build is going to be nasty. But I did want to take this Blood Goobert, and that is a Phoenix. We won't be able to take it just yet. So I kind of want to grab you. I'm going to sell this as well, and I really want to take you too. But we should be able to get big crits onto our Hunger Blade right now. And the next question is, are we going to be able to stack up Vampirism? We don't really have too much regen. We do start off with 2 thanks to healing herbs. Well, actually Rat Chef, I should say. But after that, we don't get any more. Now we're going to be going turbo speeding, but the faster we get going, the more we activate our Rat Chef as well. So the more stamina we should be able to get back and be able to upkeep all this. And right now we should have 60% crits on our Hunger Blade. Now we could just switch to a Broccoli Goobert. If we had crafts up a Steel Goobert, we'd actually have 3 out of 4 Gooberts of a Rainbow Goobert. Which is kind of funny. Now we could just take the Broccoli Gooberts. It is costing us 5. It gives us a regen, which is basically our Vampirism anyway. Since we're going to be stacking up so much luck either way. The only thing is, we can get this to deal massive damage. Or to just let go of this Blood Gooberts. 14 gold is crazy. But it's going to be massive for us. You know what, maybe I'll take this bird actually. This bird is going to be awesome for us. And all I really want to do is speed up our doggo. And our wrench. And I'm going to rock on with 5 golds in our backpack. But is it going to be good enough? The bird is going to speed up our shovel by as fast as possible. That's all we really want. It's going to steal our opponent's luck, which is also pretty darn sweet as well. And we do have 20 heat within 6 seconds, which is not too bad. We're also stacking up a little bit in power from a rat and smashing. Hell yeah. The real question is, what do you want to go for? And the answer is definitely going to be the Hyper Cube. Since it is on sale and I've been wanting to use this for a while now. We're going to take it, it's going to give us 4 cubes. If you don't know what the cubes do, first one is going to be the Bismuth Cube, which is the reason why I want to take this. Whenever you gain 7 buffs, advance the cooldown of a star item by almost half a second. And also gain a random buff, but it's only up to 15 times. But still, this guy is stacking up 2 buffs and then into 4 buffs. Every 2 times it triggers, it speeds itself up. And that's going to be extremely awesome. The next cube is going to be if you have a long cooldown, like a Rat Chef. After 8 seconds, advance the cooldown of the item by 75%, but also gain 10 spikes. Perfect for Blood Turn. And we also got to, if your opponent falls below 50% HP, advance another item. So this is going to be the Winmore Cube. Advance the item once your opponent drops below 50% HP, but then also reduce their healing. You kind of want that on your weapon. And then finally we got the Gold Cube, which is a defensive one. So when your health drops below 50%, advance the cooldown of an item by 2 seconds. Nice. Now this kind of setting us up for a double Hunger Blade type build. We probably could sustain it with a Rat Chef, but I did say I wanted this Blood Goobert. You want to take a second one? It is on sale for 4. I'm going to grab it for now as I roll. And that's usually Gooberts. I mean, we could just go infinite heat stacking instead. But I actually really want this Wolpertinger, since it is on sale, and I kind of want to grab it. Let's also sell you to grab ourselves another charge, just getting everything to go faster and faster. We sell 1 flame to grab you as well. Place in a set of blueberries at this side. We can't exactly put in our banana either, and I think we might have to actually roll on with this. Just for this round, and see how we get on with our cubes. Yeah, let's get going. So since we're going turbo speeding as well, we should be able to get our Blood Gooberts going pretty darn fast, which does deal damage based on how much vampirism we're going to have, and we can also stack up crits on it instead. But it's going to give us our heals. So we have our sustain, and that was big damage. Holy moly damage. That was kind of nuts. And we got ourselves a Squirrel Archer to steal our opponent's buffs too. I mean, I want to take that fella with the Wolpertinger, and I really need some storage right now. Let's sell our bag stones. Anything else we want? Not exactly. No, that is just a normal Goobert. I'm going to sell you as well, actually. With a flame, so we can take this stamina sack and place in our Squirrel Archer. So now we steal buffs as well. Not too bad, not too bad even. We start off with 6 vampirism, tons of regen, and we should be able to steal our opponent's buffs from the Squirrel Archer, which is going to be spikes, it's going to be regen, and amazing damage. Once we get a crit, our Hunger Blade does just pops off. And we do have a couple of chases right now. So we got a new skill, the Perpetuum Mobile. Probably butchered that name, but anyways. Start a battle, get into empty max stamina. And every 8 seconds, refund 40% of the buffs you used. And 40% of the stamina you used since last activation. And triggers 30% faster for each engineer's item. I mean, that's just free stamina, isn't it? Either that, we take heavy drinking, look for a potion. We take stones if we had a stone golem, especially with speak with animals. That could be kind of nice, but I don't really want to go for block. Not in this build, we're going heavily on life stealing. Currently at the moment. But this will be taken. Now as well, we do get ourselves a prismatic orb. We can stack up even more vampirism from the get-go. Since we're going turbo speeding, we can go even faster. Or we could actually just go for a Paradise Burb. And this is going to have to sit up top in this position for now. Not the most ideal, but it's genuinely just going to have to do. What particular still not going to be in, but we're going to have crazy stamina anyway. But at least with the Paradise Burb, we're going to be duplicating even more buffs. Which should be incredibly fantastic. Duplicate some of the region, duplicate some of the buffs and stuff like that. Also, our Speak Animals is not on our Squirrel Archer, so that's something I probably have to fix. We got loads of power, and you know what? We got crazy heat generation, and loads of freaking vampirism as well, and smashing. I mean, Shovel Boy is actually a cracked unit. No, I honestly actually want to switch away from Hunger Blade and move into a chainsaw build. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. But first of all, let's take this. We're going to sell a garlic. We're going to take you, and we're going to sell a flame to keep rolling. And another flame. Card Gooberts, that's a Kyle, that's a chainsaw. You know what? We're pivoting right now. Give this to me, we need that too. Sell more flames. Grab this and let's get our Kyle going. And our chainsaw, I mean. And once we're going to sell this blue gemstone with another flame, so we can go ahead and grab this battery as well. We didn't actually need to sell all that, but it is what it is. Still going to move on with this. I didn't really fix our Speak Animals. It should be okay for this rounds. And once we get our chainsaw, we're going to need to make a huge pivot. That's for sure. But the chainsaw is going to be stealing all our opponent's buffs. And it's going to be giving us even more buffs. It's using up our Bismuth Cube even faster. But we do lose our main source of freaking vampirism. But we still managed to win out. Not bad at all. Let's get this chainsaw going. That's all I really wanted. Let's take you see what's going to be. Armored Life is insane. And we could go for Dragon. And that's exactly what I want to go for because the Thunder Drake is going to be nuts with Speak Animals as well. The only thing is it's going to cost way too much gold. And we only got a tiny bit of storage. I'm going to roll once. Okay, twice. And that's exactly what I'm looking for. Along with this as well. I'm going to also sell this red ruby so we can take you now as well. The bad news is we do need to pretty much sort out our whole inventory once again. So I did move everything around just a little bit. So we're going to have our Perpetuum Mobile in here. So we should be able to refund a lot of our mana. Or stamina. What the hell? Mana? With a generator, we do need to have it in this spot. We're wasting one slot, but we need to charge our chainsaw as much as possible. At least with a battery, it should be able to go until we get our heat stacked up. And then this should be able to constantly keep it up. Now I'm still going to use our Bismuth Cube on our Shovel Bite because, again, with our Speak Animals, getting this to trigger multiple times and then also duplicate the buffs. It's going to be too good not to take. We're also stacking up crits on our chainsaw. And we're going to be speeding up everything and duplicating the buffs we do get on our chainsaw as well. So the bird, we steal buffs, and then the bird duplicates those buffs. But Speak Animals try getting pretty much all our pets except our Squirrel Archer. But it is what it is. The faster we get going, the better as well. Now we are facing another chainsaw, which is doing the exact same thing. Except they do have that Thunder Drake to charge our chainsaw, but we don't have it. But we have infinite heat, and then we got big explosions. Hell yeah. Not bad at all. That is a Mecha Bat, which is a pet. Now the thing is, I really do want this bat. This bat is going to be extremely awesome for us. Basically because this is going to scale up all our luck anyway, so it's not going to cost us any stamina. And if it does, we do have our Perpetuum Mobile. But it's going to give us lifesteal and vampirism. Well, as long as we have it charged, and we can place it up here. Which I think is going to be worth it. The other thing is, I need to take this dragon, more than anything. But again, I have to waste more gold rolling to try and find ourselves some freaking storage, and that's another rat. We could try to go for second rat chef. It's on sale. I'm going to take it and roll once, and come on man, tiny storage. Freaking tiny storage. So, we might have to rock on without a Wolpertinger in, which means our stamina is going to be pretty darn bad. That could be big ol' yikes, but it is what it is. Can we fit, especially facing a shield? Oh my god, we're going to have no stamina. But I'm hoping that this can give us back stamina if we go fast enough. With all our heats, and just constantly give us our stamina back. We should be able to steal all our buffs with the chainsaw as long as it's charged. And we do massive damage once we do get 100% crits on it. Well, 40% crits. But a half second cooldown, steal all your opponent's buffs. Well, the shovel blade is going to half a second as well. So every second gain 2 heat. Which is actually going to be much more thanks to range. Now, in terms of DPS, we do manage about a 53 DPS. Our DPS is actually massive. From our chainsaw, blood goobers, wrench doing a little bit as well. Not bad. In terms of heals, we do have 20 healing per second, which is going to shoot up once we get our mecha back in. In terms of block, yeah, we don't have much block at all. But I do think we have something kind of smashing going on at the moment, so that's something we're planning on trying to get as well. Let's grab our mecha bat. Let's roll once. Second Wolpertinger on sale for 6 is kind of nuts, actually. I'll sell you, and let's take our storage. Move you out slightly and place you in as well. Now, the thing is, the mecha bat needs to sit in here. Or we can place it up top. But then we kind of need our charges more so. Because we need to charge from the beginning. And then this to fully travel along the chainsaw as well. But we should be able to get constant stamina. Or constant lifesteal from this. Which I think is going to be awesome. I'm still going to hold on to a Wolpertinger. We might not need this Wolpertinger at all. But we'll see how we get on. So it will take us a little bit to get to our luck stacked up to 10. So we are going to be running out of stamina a little bit faster. But looks like we're sustaining it. The more buffs we get, the more base stamina regen. And I don't think we're going to need a second Wolpertinger. Definitely not. This chainsaw is looking kind of cracked, is it not? Yeah, we don't need this fella. Now let's see what it's going to be. I'm at a feasting. Not too great for us. Let's keep rolling. Another battery we'll gladly take for sure. Because we need to craft up this dragon. Is there anything else we want? We could take the prismatic orb if we want to as well. The prismatic orb, we can get even more buffs going if we want to. Especially start battle effects. Because the more we get from the very beginning, the faster we trigger a shovel dog. Now the only thing is, our speak with animals isn't actually targeting our bat. Not at the moment. But I don't think that's going to be super necessary as of right now. I kind of want to sell this just to keep rolling. You know what? This could actually be insane for us. This charge splitter. We're going to sell our banana. We will be taking it, and I'd love to run it along our chainsaw. But then again, we could leave it in this position, and it's going to give a charge to pretty much all our pets. The bad news is we need this battery on top of our chainsaw, like extremely badly. So basically, we need to put this battery in here because for the first 2 seconds, this is going to be over. Same with this one. Then we need another charge to go on it on the second travel line, which is going to be this one, and this one's going to be the third and fourth. And by the time the fourth one finishes, this will be back again. And we should be going fast enough by then that our chainsaw should be able to keep up. And once we get our Thunder Drake in, we're going to have the constant charge on it anyway, because every second hit, it's going to stack up electricity. Now, we are facing a double axe, which doesn't really rely too much on buffs anyway. We could be in trouble, because if we don't steal all their buffs, they're going to be dealing massive damage anyway. However, we do have tons and tons of lifesteal, and not too bad. A lifesteal and chainsaw? Hell yeah. Actually looking kind of cracked. We got our Thunder Pikachu. And the real question is, what if we move this up a little bit? Then we grab more storage, and this is actually looking kind of sweet where we have it right now. So our Thunder Drake is going to be targeting pretty much our shovel boy, our wrench, even our chainsaw, which is going to be fantastic. Then our speak animal is going to be targeting pretty much all our pets except our bat. Our bat, or our Wolpertinger. Everything else though is free monies. Especially if we get a pet to trigger multiple times on our goober as well, but then our goober triggers multiple times too. It's kind of insane actually. And the real question is, do we want to grab ourselves this chili pepper? This will cleanse debuffs, it'll also stack up more heat for us. You know what? Let's take it for now, and that's a big old Shelly. I'm not sure if we really do want Shelly, even though it is on sale for 3. A turbo Shelly actually could be kind of smashing. Now I wonder would the Bismuth Cube be better on our chainsaw, even though it's going to run out of stamina really fast, or better on our speak with animals, because if we get this going turbo speeding from all the buffs we do get, wouldn't it be better just to have all our pets trigger multiple times from the very beginning? I'm actually going to try this. Yeah, it could be a bit strange, but I'm going to try it. Now we could also go for another dragon, which I'm not going to go for. Fancy Fencing Rapier, if you don't want a chainsaw, this could also be a good alternative because we stack up so much luck. We get crits from our chainsaw and we duplicate the buffs that our shovel boy actually gives us. So I do see a different angle with the Fancy Fencing Rapier instead of the chainsaw. But the chainsaw is a ton of fun, stealing on our bonus buff. And let's just keep rolling for now. That is a dragon on sale for 5. We have 3 rounds, so it only hatch in the final round, so it's not really going to be worth it. Let's sell you. Let's keep rolling. God, I really want to skip his dragons. And a mana orb. What is in his lamp? If we had any bit of block, we could just lamp our chainsaw. But the mana orb, you know what? I'll take it. I'm going to place it down below in this spot, which is not the most ideal, but it's going to have to do. Now, we could actually slot it in here. But then our gold cube is not going to be targeting our shovel. And I do want this on our chainsaw so we get that going even faster. Now, maybe I should put a gold cube on our Thunder Drake because we can trigger this and hopefully get a charge onto our chainsaw so it keeps going as well. Because eventually these batteries are going to run out. This is going to keep our bat charge as well. It's going to keep our dog charge as well. So that's exactly what it wants. And especially if you get this going, it's going to go down to every 2 hits. She'll be able to charge it. And once they're charged, they trigger 20% faster as well. Stacking with each Thunder item as well. So the chainsaw is going to be going turbo speed. Now I'm going to sell 2 more flames to take this. And let's get going. Let's definitely get going. Let's see how fast we can actually trigger our Speak with Animals. Because the faster we get this going, the more we can duplicate all our buffs, the more we can activate our Thunder Drake, the more we can activate our Blood Goobers, the better. But our heat stacking isn't near as fast. Definitely not. But holy moly, that was insane by the end of it. 54 Vampirism. So is it still worth it to have on our Speak with Animals? Because we did trigger it 7 times within 10 seconds. Which means after 10 seconds, all our pets have a 70% chance to trigger twice. I think that's kind of nuts. Even though our heat doesn't stack up as fast. Now, another bird. You know, I'll take it for now. I'll take it for now, but I'm going to roll. Don't really want any of these items. A hard container to get even more max life could be awesome. We could also just grab Heroic Pot if we're stacking too much stamina. It could be kind of nice just to add it in, but it's 6 gold, so I'm not going to take it. You I will definitely take. But a second mana orb for even bigger mana buff bomb. I'm also just considering Abysmal Cube back on our shovel boy because, well, this is going to be fantastic. Wouldn't just stacking up infinite amounts of heat speed up or Speak with Animals anyway. I think I'm going to take the second mana orb and I'm going to roll again. That's a forest dragon. How the hell can we fit this guy in? Do we sell our freaking score larger for it? It is massive. Can you sell for 5? I mean, I gotta take it, right? We can fit him in perfectly right there. Bit of bad news though. Chainsaw is going to be a bit tough. Never mind. We can just switch it like so. Now again, we do need to place it in this spot so we get the charge on the second go, this one on the first go, and then we kind of need to rely on our Thunder Drake hitting the third go. Unless we just want to place this back in the right spot, which I think is probably going to be our best bet. I'm going to slightly move this over and I'm going to put this back in the right position as well. Now this Forest Dragon is going to be nuts because with this guy, we can actually stack up infinite regen and luck, even more luck. Yeah, Fancy Fencing Rapier will go nuts in this build, but if we steal our opponent's regen, we can get even more damage on this guy. And I want to see will we get more than 7 activations on our Speak with Animals if we have our Abysmal Cube on our Shovel Bite. So that's going to be a game plan for this round. Let's see if it's going to pan out for us. Maybe. We are facing another Shovel Dog, but they do have the Mana Crystal. They're going for infinite mana, big buff bombs with a Bloodstorm for big, massive damage as well. So we'll see if we're going to be able to keep up with them. Because right now, it doesn't look like we're getting as much heat. We have crazy buffs. We've stolen pretty much all their buffs. And then we're dealing big damage. But they got crazy block. And that's a bit of a problem. However, not anymore. Now, in terms of 10 seconds. Our Speak with Animals is half the time within 10 seconds. 40% chance to trigger our pets multiple times. Our Shovel Boy did trigger 22 times though instead. Within 10 seconds, we actually triggered everything a lot faster. Now, in fairness, our opponent did have a Cap of Discomfort. That could definitely change stuff because it nullifies a lot of buffs. But I think it might be better on our Speak with Animals. We actually have 161 DPS at the moment. That's kind of correct. We're going to move this back to the left and we're going to put our Basement Cube back onto it now as well. Also, this Charge Splitter is not really doing anything right now. Yeah, it's really just not doing anything right now. But I'm going to take this fighting pack. I'm going to roll. Still going to roll. And we could go for an Excalibur if we had a cog right now. Which I don't think I'd ever go for. And that is a Broccoli Gooberts with normal Gooberts and a shield as well, which I don't really want either. I'm just going to take this level of storage. Still going to roll. And we could get a little bit more heat from the get-go if you want to do as well. It's only going to be a tiny bit of heat though. 3 heat. I'll still take it though. 50 more block. Put in all our blueberries. Might as well have our flames in as well, and this might be our final build. It's Sally and you, and let's roll one more time. And it's looking like this is going to be our final build. The chainsaw? The more and more I use this wrench, the better I think it is going to be. Because it scales up our crits, and it also scales up our buff. Literally perfect between our shovel boy and our chainsaw now. We could basically take out the chainsaw and add a fancy fencing rapier. We get crazy damage from it, but we wouldn't get the chance to remove our opponent's buffs. But at the same time, Speak with Animals looks kind of cracked, doesn't it? Especially getting a Forest Dragon, which deals massive damage, and then with our Thunder Drake, Paradise Barb to duplicate the buffs we do steal as well. And also these cubes. These cubes are actually insane. The Abysmal Cube was probably my favorite one out of lot. But then we also got the Gold Cube, which we can activate our Thunder Drake, charging everything up, speeding everything up then as well. When your opponent drops below a certain amount of HP, just to win more cubes, so basically we speed up our chainsaw then. We take even more buffs and deal even more damage. And then we got the Plastic Cube, which will, after 8 seconds, advance the cooldown of an item by 75%. But yeah, let's get going with this. Let's see if it's going to be good enough to be able to win out. Let's slow it down as well. We are facing double generators. They got the Holy Spirit going for a huge laboratory bomb. And we're going to be stacking up lots of heat with the energy conversion. But the good news is we're going to be stealing their buffs, making it much harder for their laboratory to pop off. Because if you take their buffs, if you remove their buffs, they actually can't trigger the next one. So if we steal all the regen, they can actually trigger the vampirism. So they actually have 6 regen. They need 7 to trigger it. So next go, it's going to just literally not pop off. And that's it. They're not going to get their big Empower Explosion. Now, they do have invincibility, which stops us from life stealing. But then we're back to full. And after that, it's not going to be close. We saw all their buffs, stopped their alchemy bomb, and smashed them out. And we only had a 71 DPS, but our opponent did have invincibility for such a long time. And the fight did only last 7 seconds. The longer the fight goes, the more damage we would have dealt. And in terms of heals, 60 healing per second as well. In terms of activations, our Speak with Animals popped off 5 times in 7 seconds. So overall, insanely fun builds. All stemming from Speak with Animals to Blood Goobert to freaking Chainsaw. With this 4 lives left, how much rank points are we managing to get? Plus 16, ranking us up a decent bit. But I'm going to have to leave it here for now. Just want to say thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing. And I hope to keep looking for the next one. I'll see you next time. We're back in some round 18 fights, and we're going to see how we can deal with some other builds. We are facing a Dark Saber with some crits and a Cupcake Goober to try and go for a crazy buff stacking. But as long as they have buffs, we can steal them. Powering ourselves up. And can we win out? Hell yeah, we can. Not bad at all. Now, can we deal with this Poison Reaper type build with a critical poison? So they're going to be inflicting turbo amounts of poison. And that poison is going to have crit chances as well. So we could be in trouble with the sheer amount of poison they're inflicting. However, we should be able to lifesteal back to full with every hit and smashing. And finally, can we take on another laboratory spin to win Thunder Drake type situation? They're trying to speed up their laboratory as much as possible with the Thunder Drakes. They do get invincibility, but again, if we steal all their buffs, the laboratory won't be able to pop off. Now, it's actually going super fast. And they're going to get a big explosion of power, and they're going to start dealing some big damage, but so do we.